What the fuck is up, Juggalo Day? It's fucking Tuesday. So, Mac and Hose back again. As you can tell. Anyways, so we're talking about the stigmas of, being a juggalo and all that. And honestly, fucking Crazy covered the main ones that I would say would be the bad things. Not wanting to really better yourself, which is probably something that I kind of have an issue with. I find working to be a very mentally depleting, task of life. But I still do it. I don't think you're supposed to enjoy work. I think that's kind of the purpose of the whole thing, make your contributions back to, get yourself somewhere. With that said, moved out from an apartment, got a house. Sure, we're renting it, but it's a house, so it's kind of moving up. But I do think that, a lot of juggalos really hold on to that, I don't give a fuck mentality, and they don't really, care about what other people, look at them for, whether it be, dressing scrubby or, acting like dickheads. Like Crazy said, throwing Fago on people that, aren't even down. Especially if you're at, like, some sort of fucking show that isn't anything psychopathic related. Like, what the fuck? That's some bullshit. But for me, it would have to kind of be how a lot of juggalos are really two-faced. They're really good at acting like your homies to your face, but then, somebody approaches them with an issue, and very few and far between you'll see them be like, hey, that's my homie, don't fucking, don't talk shit on him. I ride with that motherfucker, But it seems like nowadays that's kind of few and far between. I think the other thing that kind of gets me is, how people, or, how juggalos will use other juggalos. You get those motherfuckers at the gathering, they're like, yo, dog, let me get this, let me get that. Come on, I thought we're family. Like, motherfucker, I spent my money on this shit. That's my shit. If you need a bottle of water, dog, I'll help you out, but get your shit right, I mean, you can't just fucking come out to the middle of the fucking forest and not have fucking shit, your own shit to take care of yourself. Like, if you can't take care of yourself, then, that's a pretty big issue. But honestly, I think, a lot of the stigmas will come with, self, what's the fucking word? Will come from more, self, drawing a blank. Kind of like a self-interview sort of thing. I can't think of what it would actually be called. Kind of like your self-worth, sort of, but, you build up your own self, and you go, okay, well, I want to do this, to make my life better, and, I'm going to do this and this and this, and then you kind of look at other people, and you go, well, they're not doing this, even though, what you're thinking they should be doing is something they don't really care about doing, which comes from, a lot of social standings and all that, which is kind of what juggalos have always been against. If you want to be a fucking scrubby, smelly, stinky fucking juggalo, then be a smelly, scrubby, stinky fucking juggalo. If you want to be broke, then be fucking broke. We're not all gonna fucking agree like, hey, we got this stuff over here, we need to make ourselves look really good, for these fucking outsiders. Like, no, fuck that, make yourself as good as you want yourself to be, but while doing it, don't fucking sell yourself short to try to impress everybody else. which I think kind of holds a lot of juggalos back, because they're like, oh, well, you know, society thinks I should be working. Nah, I'm gonna get famous off YouTube. Probably not, but, you know, I'm gonna try. Only been doing this for like 10 fucking years. Anyways. I just think, I think my biggest stigma that I believe is there is juggalos not caring about bettering themselves. You know, I'm totally down with the, you know, don't give a fuck what the outside world thinks of us, whatever, you know. We're fucking all scrubby losers that nobody liked anyways, which is why we went to that shit, you know, and why we went to this shit in the first place. You know, okay, I can't be part of your group. All right, I'll go to a group that will let me. This one opens and invites anybody. Pfft, all right, you know, it's kind of I've given up on being part of the groups, and, you know, joined even another group. Wait, no. Anyways, I don't know. It's hard to say, you know, what are the bad things about juggalos? Like, that all comes down to, you know, personal opinion. Do I think it's funny as fuck when juggalos act like retards at the gathering and beat each other over the heads with chairs? Fuck yeah. Dig it. You gonna hit me over the chair? Fuck no, you ain't. You know? You know, I think it's hard to say, oh, you know, this is bad about this whole group, when, you know, that whole group isn't the same. You know, I mean, are there juggalos that do meth? Oh, I'm sure there are. Are there juggalos that don't? Yeah. You know, are there juggalos that fucking get shit-faced and record shitty videos for YouTube for a long-ass time and go nowhere with it? Yeah. Are there juggalos that have only been around for a little while and, you know, making bomb-ass shit? Yep. It's hard to set a standard on what are these people doing that's bad, and what are they doing, you know, that I think is bad compared to what society thinks is bad, compared to what they think is bad. You know, I like the main thing for being a juggalo is not giving a fuck, you know, and if you choose to not give a fuck, then don't give a fuck, but some of us wish you kinda would. I know this is kind of rambling, just because the topic, honestly, to me, is kind of a, it's hard to claim something as a stigma when it's only what can only be a stigma to you might not be a stigma to others. And I don't think that... Do I think that everybody should be trying to at least better themselves? Yes. In their own way and ability and their own level of concern. Does it suck that there's juggalos that make other juggalos look bad? Yeah. We can't stop that. You know, there's fucking... Every group has their bad apples, and, you know, somehow we got really rotten oranges in ours. You know. So, that's just the way it is. Anyways, that's really all I got. Fucking, peace.